Well, morning diggers, we're back out in Somerset, and I'd like to think or wish you've had a good Christmas and you're going to have a happy new year. This one should come out on just before the new year. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for the comments, thanks for the subscribing, thanks for everything, all the watching, and I hope you sort of appreciate that I go out in this stuff and I'm looking for rubbish, but we do find some good stuff. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that button, helps us no end, and we'll see you at the first hole. Well, as promised, first hole here. We got a buckle, I think, already. I think it's a decorative one. If I start messing with all this stuff during the day, I'm going to get diggered, so I will clean them up and get pictures if I get anything off of this thing. But it's an old buckle, so I expect that's sort of 1700. I'm just wondering if I get the other half of it down there, but don't know. Anyway, a buckle, and a buckle's a buckle, and it's a good start. Well, this was on the side of the hole, and I reckon it's another buckle, I think. But getting all this off, I'm gonna get myself diggered, but that's what I'm out here doing, so we'll have a go. Hang on a sec, I'll just clean it up. Well, these first two holes are beautiful. There's another sort of spectacle buckle. It's got, yeah, obviously it's snapped, broken here, just here. But yeah, a spectacle buckle, so we're on it here. We always thought, today we were going to go back to where we find the hammers and all the rest of it and the easy pickings, but this one's just a little bit more difficult, a little bit more muddy, and we're thinking, well, we'll give it a try. But do we wander or do we stick in the same area? It's the same sort of dilemma that most detectorists have. And today I think I'm going to try and stick in a sort of more confined area just to see if we can pull anything up interesting. But we've got a couple of relics here, and we're already around 1700, so you know, it's got to be perfect, just got to be perfect, this part. I know we're going to get a lot of lead, I know we're going to get a lot of tin, you know, you're going to get that, but what a start. Well, I'd just like to mention, sort of walking across these fields, my mate Bill Reed, hopefully he'll be out tomorrow. Somerset Searchers, I'll put a sort of link just here. Yeah, Bill Reed at Somerset Searchers. It's his birthday today. No idea how old he is. Didn't really look into that, but he lost his partner Julie, and a good friend of mine as well, a good friend of ours, and such a sad couple of weeks. But you know, and it's coming up to Christmas and stuff like that. But if you're watching Bill, everybody, every YouTuber, every mate you got, don't want to get emotional there, is thinking of you, mate. We all are. Oh yeah, I remember what I forgot to do now. Charge my detector. Yeah, I don't know how the hell I've done that, because I do that religiously. Anyway, whilst we're going on about detecting and finding stuff, I had a guy this morning, a bloke called Keith, and it came through as a direct message. He said, how do you find all these Roman coins? Can you give me any tips? And I said, well, I was thinking about it. And I just said to him, I said, look at, I mean, I don't find lots of Romans, as you know. I find sort of relics, and I find a few hammers and all that lot. But yes, there is the odd Roman, there is the odd silver, sestertius, and all this denarius, not bloody sestertius. And I said to him, I said, you know, I'll just to explain what I'm trying to say. If you look at this land here, go back 2,000 years, all right, was those trees there? Probably no. Was there other trees there? No. Was this the same fields? Probably not. Was that wall there? Maybe not. No, definitely not. So what I think you're trying to do is get a sort of a point somewhere where they used to walk from sort of A to B, and the most direct route, and some of the land you can read, and LiDAR, Archie, all helps, all that sort of stuff. And I also said to him, I said, look, I said, what machine you got? Garrett Ace, or Garrett 4000, whatever it was, I don't know any Garretts, but a machine's a machine. They're metal detectors at the end of the day, and it don't matter if you've got a DS2, you're set up to the 9s, or you've got Vanquish or whatever you've got, you're going to find stuff. They're metal detectors, they detect metal. But what I said to him was go on eBay, buy a couple of grots, put them in your permission on the ground, you know what the soil's like and all that sort of stuff. Go over it, see what they're coming out at, because Romans are all sort of pretty low. And I said go from there. And he was quite chuffed about that. But he's been detecting on the same sort of land as it we're on. And he said he's never found a Roman. And the Romans were up here, definitely up here. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. I think I've got some lead here, but I'm going to dig it. I don't know where it was. It's about 4 inches down, 3 inches, so we'll have a little look. Anyway, Keith, if you're listening, mate, keep at it. All good things come to those who wait, buddy, I'm sure. I'm just waiting now for this bit of bloody lead. And it's in there somewhere. My pointing is shocking lately, absolutely shocking. I'm digging them all over the place. Right, where are you? One thing the Manticore doesn't dig a lot of is iron, but yeah. Anyway, we've got a bit of lead here, and I don't mind digging lead. It's always, as every detector says, is a good sign. Yeah, a bit of lead. Well, here we go, look. We had a splodgy 43. And I think this is beautiful. I was going to say silver, but when I started uncovering it, I'll get a picture of this. This is off the end of a... Do you reckon that is off like a fag or something that goes in there? Or, I mean, what is this here? Is it off a... I don't know. Is there any silver markings on it? Definitely looks silver. Look at that. What a thing to find. I'm going to take that as silver. What do you reckon? And if you know what that is, let me know, because I think it's got something to do with like a fag. You stick a fag in there and you sort of puff away like... I'm not sure, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. That's a good start to the day, and we've had no crap up so far. So far, famous last words. So we've just been looking at this thing, and we think it's a pipe collar, and we think it's silver. So if anybody's not ever done the silver test, you're gonna love this one. Just get a bit of kitchen foil, put a bit of spit over it, rub that on it, and you will get, well, I won't tell you what you'll get, but you'll certainly know it's silver, and it's something to do with the smell. Right, here we go. Carol singer. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And hammered New Year. Look at that. That is marvellous. Let me clean that up. Right, here we go then. It's a Lizzie. I got the shield on the back, 1567, which is 470 odd years old. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and we were talking about, yeah, well, that's been in the ground since 1600. Well, no, because these coins were used up until the 1700s plus, because they had a silver value. As you can see, this coin's been heavily clipped around here. But yeah, it's a Lizzie, and it's 1567, and absolute beauty. And yeah, what a Christmas present. Wow, apologies about that singing, but got another one here. Is there anybody trying to get through? I doubt it. Here's a bit of lead for you. Ah, dear, no, I haven't been drinking. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got on this 20. Oh dear. Well, still about there or thereabouts. Have a look this side. Yeah, I reckon it's a bit of lead, but or it could be foil. That ain't bad, mine. We've had hammered, couple of relics and that bit of silver. So are we going to be on for triple silver today or tomorrow? Don't know. Hopefully. Be nice. Oh dear. I can see some dusty stuff. There's something going on there. Oh my god, what is that? Is that a button? Oh, I thought that was another blooming hammer down at first. But yeah, we got a button. Oh, we got a washer, is it? I think it's... No, it's a 4-roller. Oh, so there was somebody trying to get through. Probably from the 1800s. I wonder if he's trying to tell me something. Or she's trying to tell me something. Who knows? Well, I'm just going to see if there's anything else about down here. I've just come across here and it looked like somebody's had a bloody war or something. Look, all these stones everywhere. Bloody great things. Anyway, just seeing if there's anything about them. There's a sort of gap in the hedge over there. And I was going to go up against that gap, but I think I've sort of come off the path. I've gone from sort of relics back to buttons, so whether there was an older path there. But look at these blooming stones everywhere. Look at them. When you bang the detector into them, you can sometimes get like a beep beep. Don't know, but anyway, sort of head over this way a little bit. I'm going to go sort of down in that corner a minute, see what's down there. Then I'm going to sort of head up back over there where I come from, because all this wandering, it sort of takes you off the scent. But anyway, there'll be no more singing, I promise you. I hope you're all having a good Christmas and you're enjoying yourself. And if you're out detecting, or been out detecting, or going out detecting even, good luck. You see that there's a few sort of club digs around at the minute. They're all sort of touting it and stuff like that. But yeah, get on one of them if you're a detectorist. If not, watch a bit of YouTube. There's some good channels out there actually. I'll put some links to some good channels. You know, I don't want to promote everybody. They're all blooming good, but you know, there's a lot of people put a lot of time into this stuff. You know, to sort of keep it as a sort of diary. We got a blooming nail. No, it can't be a nail. No, that's not a nail. That's not iron. That's looks like a pin or something. Yeah, but as I was saying, you know, there's a lot of good YouTube channels out there. You can watch them for blooming hours and hours and hours. And some of the stuff that these people find. And the other thing is as well, you know, that Rodney Cup Memorial sort of rally, that's pretty good. And the Detectiveville, that's pretty good. They always find something there. There's a lot of people out there that are digging some good stuff. But anyway, yeah, have a look about. I'll put some links up. So it is a trade weight, and you can sort of see the crown there, and I think if you look them up, well, I mean, a lot of these, or some of them, have like a dagger thing up in the top right there. But yeah, it's a trade weight. Somebody's been messing with the back of it. But yeah, well, if there's trade weights here, obviously someone's walked across here who's been going to trade, or they've been trading here, hence the stuff we're finding. Maybe? No? Okay, well, that's where I'm putting my bets at the minute. So we'll keep going and we'll see if we can find any more tradey things like lead seals and things like that. Probably, I don't know. Tradey things. I've just been fiddling around with this one. I just thought it was a bit of standard lead, but I reckon that this is a bullet that's hit something. It's got to be. When you think, it's got to be, must be, yeah, it's definitely hit something. That's got to be sort of sick. I always sort of say these are about 1700 these bullets. Anyway, it's lead. Something going on with it. Yeah, a bullet. Right, I did say I wasn't going to sing any more songs, but we three kings of Orient are, one got hammered driving his car. Look at this. Oh my God. What the hell? Civitas, whoever it is, Longcross, Eddie, Penny, maybe. Let's clean it up and let's have a look. Well, another nice one. It's a little Edward. Yeah, you can see Edward on there. And it's a Longcross, but he's in very, very good condition. We'll get some pictures of that. Crap on there, what's that? Look at the condition of that, and that's been in the ground for, I don't know, since 14 something or other. Really old, but yeah, lovely. Little Eddie. I'm not sure on this one, I can't tell. You might think I'm mad, but I can't tell if it's some part of a thimble or some part of something else. Or is it a button? Now look at that. So there's no way that would be in the middle of, can you see that? That would be in the middle of there, and it would be a thimble. So that's telling me that is something else, and I don't think it's a button because it's oval. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. Well, I'm trying to hold this one up close to see if there's anything on it, but it's not a button. It's a coin. It's obviously a coin, a George of some sort. But look at that for a clean break. I mean, what is all that about? You don't find them every day. Odd. I just thought to myself it might be a bit of crap, but it's completely cut in half. Or, well, a third. Third, would you say? Mad. No idea. Well, I've been going across these fields. I swapped fields. That field over the other side where I had the couple of hammered and the bits and pieces. I thought to myself, yeah, I'm clocking that. I know where it is. I'll go back there at some point and I'll give it another go. There's no rush. It'll be there and it'll be there forever. They've been in the ground for hundreds of years and they'll be in the ground for another hundreds of years. I shan't be finding everything. So I come across here, and one of the things I was thinking just, give me a sign, because it's been really, really quiet. And people, they do moan about buttons. They say, oh Christ, another button. Oh, it's just a button. It's just this, it's just that. Oh, it's a bit of lead. Think about that. That is someone like me stood here doing something, and that has been lost. It could be the case that their clothes could have been put in the ground and it could have been ploughed in, but that still means that somebody's actually come across. So this, to me, is a button, but it's telling me something is here. I quite like that one. It's got a bit of gilding and it's got a shank on it. So don't be disappointed with buttons. They're a sign of things to come. And just you wait and see. Do you know how to film this? I just had a bloke ring me up. I'm outside at ATS Electricals. Where are you two? And I thought, what? Anyway, it's a parcel. Never mind. So I was going to film this, and I think there's something here. Look, I don't know what it is. I think it's probably either a button or a penny, or feels sort of odd. It might be a 20 pence. Let me clean this up a minute. I'm getting into a bit of a mess here again. Hang on. Up pops this, and I think it's a threepenny bit. I can't clean it up because it's just impossible nearly, but it's light. It's really, really light. It doesn't feel like the right weight for a threepenny bit, but it's got this sort of hexagonal sort of stuff going on here. That's the only way I can sort of describe it. Or it might be, I don't know, but it's definitely an odd one. I'll try and clean it up later, and I'll put it on the end of the clip, the outro. But yeah, it's something. And I was saying about that button just now, I mean, you know, if you're going to find that after a button, you know you're on the right sort of trail. In class it's a digger. It come up on a 34, but it's on the top somewhere. There. Just thought it was a bit of crap, and it probably is actually. But it's right on the top. and the things that I've been pulling up that's quite good is further down, and I think that's what the culprit is. Another bit of lead, I reckon. Looking like lead, sounding like lead. Yeah, lead. On to the next. This is an interesting little one. It's a love token, and it's a poor man's love token, I reckon. So he would have sort of bit that in half and bit that in half and bended it that way and bended it this way, and he would have give it to his lover, and she would have said, I'll have a think about that. Hence it's in the field on the floor, and the poor bugger probably never got any further with it all, or he may have, who knows. You know, we was just chatting about the lead that comes up here, and I ain't got a clue. I thought it was a pilgrim's apple at first, but obviously not. It's a chunk of crap. But what they must have been making something for someone, and this must have served a purpose. You wouldn't have had a thing like that. Whether it was just, I don't know. What purpose would that have served? It's even got a bloody hole in that. Here. No idea. Anyway, I think that's one for moving on. This is another one of these bullets, look, and that just proves what it is. That's a 3-ringer, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 3-ringer. Yeah, bullet that's hit something, or ricocheted off of something. Yeah, proves that someone was about. Right, so we've just had this one up, and it feels really light, but it's a 1806 halfpenny George. And look at the rim on that. Isn't that odd? Or isn't it odd? I don't know, but where is it? There it is. Yeah. Morning, sir. 1806. Isn't that lovely? On the other side, you got the Britannia. You can just adjust. See it. And I said I wasn't going to be messing too much with mud, but here we go. Mud. Right, we're just looking for another digger. Have we got a digger? Whoa, look at that. He's a digger. 3 inches down, 4 inches down maybe. Hopefully I'll get away with just taking that bit off. Let's see. Oh, in there. Oh, it's in there somewhere, whatever this is. Whatever that is. Do you see that? You go over it and it's like ding, 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 and then nothing. And then you get covered in mud looking for stuff. Right, hang on. Hang on. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's gone down there. It'll stay there, I think. No, it's got to go in my pocket. It's a mashed up moo tube, I think, or a mashed up bit of tin. Bit of tin. First bit of tin I found all day. Well, it is getting a little bit muddy. No, to say the least. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know if it's new, I don't know if it's old. Looks new-ish. Don't know. It fooled me, I think. I thought it was a seal, but there's something going on. I'll wash it up and let you know. God knows. Well, we're now getting ultra messy and muddy. I think this is a loom weight. Dating it? What can you date that at? Could go back to Roman times. Doubt it. I don't know, 1600, 1500, but it looks like a loom weight. And again, all this stuff will wash up. Oh, the weather, look at this. We gotta be bloody mental. They might have dropped that in that lovely sunshine at about 30 degrees. And they thought, well, they're gonna come along in 500 years time and dig it up and all that slop. Well, first signal of the second day. Raining a bit, but 57, 58. Couple of inches down. I'm trying to stay away from the bloody wind. It's windy and rainy. When I turn on the wind, that's when you get that. But I'm trying to sort that out. Yeah, I'm on the wind now, so I'm going to turn away from it. See what we got in here. Oof, it's gone nasty. In there, or Yeah, sort of come back to life. Let's have a look. In here somewhere. I'm still finding loads of lead up here. Loads of it. As I said earlier, I don't know what's going on with my pointing lately. Gone bloody mad. Where's this in here? Let's have a look. These tiny little things. We were just saying earlier with the with this little coil, it just seems to get everything. Right, okay, it's that. It's got to be that. Ugh. Okay, it's that. That. Whatever this is. So, I think this might be a bullet actually. Yep, it's a bullet. Look. Yep, a bullet. I'll clean it up, and as I said, you'll see it on the end of the clip anyway. So, on to the next. Well, just for now, I think I'm going to knock a live digging on the head. It's just too muddy. I'll dig and I'll let you know if anything good comes up. Well, this is a nice one. Look, it's a little petrol cap. It's not the copper one, but it's Castrol Limited, Sealco or something. Castrol Limited, which is quite nice. Yeah, I like finding tops like that. It's you know, when they got something on them, those bottle tops, bloody lovely. Bit of history there too. 1960s, I reckon, 60s, 70s. Well, here we go. I did say when something nice came up, I'd let you know. And we think we've either got a shoe buckle or a knee buckle. Either or. I think it's a sock buckle. But my mate laughs at me when I say that. But there you go. Nice little buckle. And we reckon, what, 1600, something like that? Yeah, down a bit. Up a bit. Okay. 1601. On to the next. Here we go, look. Another little thing here. I think it's a leather mount of some sorts. The stuff that I'm picking up is tiny, absolutely tiny. There's bits of lead all over the place, which are minute. I'll pick one up in a minute and I'll show you. And you'll be thinking, how the hell can this pick that up? And I'm not talking sort of on the top, I'm talking 6 inches deep. But anyway, a leather mount. So again, it proves there's history around here, and this is quite old as well. Anyway, moving on. I just thought I'd talk about this thing actually. I got a little keeper's find that I, you know, it's made by Garrett, and it's quite big. It keeps all sorts of different bits and pieces in. And what I'm on about Garrett, there's a pointer as well. It's a Garrett pointer, and those two things are probably a couple of the best things they make. But in respect to metal detectors, you would have thought they would have had something online by now with the Deus of the Manticore, because, you know, they're up on the sort of accessories, but they seem to be a bit down on the metal detectors. And I'm not knocking anybody who uses a Garrett, because, you know, we were talking about this earlier. You get lots of starters with Garretts and things like that, and they're finding, you know, they're the ones that are finding the hoards and stuff like that, because they're digging absolutely everything. Whereas we get picky and choosy on what we dig with these. You know, I'm saying, you know, you could listen to a good signal, you look at the 2D screen, and then you think to yourself, shall I, shan't I? If you had a Garrett, bang, one signal, up, out you come. What is it? But yeah, they just don't seem to, it just seems that their accessories are fantastic. But as for the detectors, they're not so good, but they do what they say on the tin. They detect. Right, I think we got a little bit of a cufflink up here. It's got something going on the front of it. And yeah, it's not sort of, it's got a little bit of the chain on it still, if you can see. So yeah, we reckon cufflink, not silver. Somebody on their way to church. Lovely, with their suit on. Back in about 1920, I'd say. Well, this is an interesting one. It could be anything, this. Could be off a buckle or a belt. It's got a sort of point here, and you can see there's a mark there, and there's a mark here on the top. I'll wash it up later and you'll see it on the outro and the roundup, and see what you think of it. I don't know, I'm gonna give it some thought. Well, we're hitting back into the toasties, and I can't see anything on this one. Maybe you can. I definitely can. And it's dried out a little bit, but no, just a toasty. George, I suspect, somewhere along the line. On to the next. Well, as hard as it may be, I think I've got something that resembles Vicky, young head, and I think it's a half penny. Not sure. Probably get some off the back once I give it a clean, but I'm busy getting covered in mud at the minute, so I'll give her a little clean later on. Beautiful. Makes it all worthwhile. Well, I'm changing fields for the last couple of hours. There's old Bill there from Somerset Searchers, swinging away, and I've been trying to talk to him, but he's not listening. He can't hear bugger all. I don't know if it's just him. He's got his headphones on. Look, off he goes, swinging. That's what I'm going to do, a bit of swinging. Off we go. It's a little decent target here. Look, I have no idea what it is. It's off of something. It looks like it's off of, I was trying to work out what it might be off of, but I'm not too sure. Looks pretty old. Is it a mount of some sort? Does it go like that? Or don't know. Odd bit at the top there. Did all this sort of come round here again and go on there? Maybe a decorative mount? I don't know. Interesting though. Good find. Well, that was quite interesting because the very next hole I found this bit of it, and I've been sort of trying to piece it together. Need to clean it up really, but it doesn't go that way. Just looking this way, maybe. No, don't know. Yeah, two little bits now. See if I can find some more of it. Well, just found a bit more of it. I'll try and piece it all together later and clean it up, but yeah, that's a bit more of it, I'm sure it is. They're coming up on terrible signals. I wonder what that is. Very interesting. And that's good. There was all sort of in this sort of area around here. So, yeah, a little bit more of it, whatever it was. Could have been a brooch or something. Don't know. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I reckon that could be a shaving brush. And I'm not too sure. I thought that was a cartridge of some sort just now. But yeah, shaving brush. Interesting. Well, I don't know what this is. I thought it was a nail at first, but then I seen this on the end of it. And that wouldn't be a nail, would it? There's something going on in there. What do you think? Odd. Well, and that pops a little hammer. We haven't cleaned it up yet, and you're not going to get much out of it. But we think it's a long cross. Look at my hands again. But a hammer's a hammered. We'll get a picture of it later. Yeah, so we've had 3 hammers on this little dig, and as I said in the beginning, we've sort of come off of the hammered track, so to speak, where the hammers do come up, because we know they're there, and we'll get back there at some point. But this just proves there are other places around here. So absolutely brilliant. Chuffed to bits. Well, that was a good dig. Quite enjoyed that. We had a couple of hammers, we had some relics and bits and pieces, and I'll show you on the roundup in a minute what did come up and what didn't come up. I still got to wash it all up, but bloody stuff everywhere. But yeah, really enjoyed it. And well, here's to 2025 out again and doing more and more and more with the old Manticore. What a machine this has been this year. The stuff that I found, well, as most of you know, got a few good permissions, but it's the same as everybody else's, really. I mean, when you get out there, you just got to go over it. And this thing has pulled up loads of stuff, and I'm well chuffed. Anyway, we'll see you all in 2025. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do by hitting this button, and we'll see you all again next year. Right, here we go then. So that was a hinge of some sort. come up on a banging signal. That was that thing that I thought was a thimble, but it's not, because if you look on the other side, oh god, I won't turn, yeah, well, if you see there, it looks like it could be some sort of a button. And so you've got the thimble there, and as we work down here, I thought that was something. It looks like it's just a bit of wire. That there, can't remember what that was. Something or other, a bit of lead. On this there, I thought was off a buckle. That was that love token. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, about 15 bits and pieces of old toasties. As we go down here, we've got a buckle here. That was probably a spectacle buckle, very similar, sort of 1600s. Another buckle here, which I thought was a sock buckle, but anyway, we keep going. That was a trade weight. Now that date there was James the First, and there's a dagger and there's all sorts of little bits on there, so yeah, it was a trade weight. Had that little bit of lead here that had some lines on it. Wasn't quite sure whether it was part of a scribe. This was a lead weight here. You can see it has something through the middle there. Go down, we got the bullets. We had these little bits and pieces. I haven't been able to put these together, but they're really interesting. I don't know if they're old or there's any age to them. We thought here we had a couple of lead tokens. This thing was a Castrol oil. I mean, they used to do Castrol R years ago, like a two-stroke oil. But yeah, there's a Castrol oil there. There was a musket ball. Can you remember this thing? Wasn't too sure what that was. I thought it was there was something missing here. Maybe it was some sort of winder because of that. Then we go on a little bit. I thought that might have been something here that's got something on this one. And then we had a big old rusty nail. We'll come back to the hammers in a minute, but all these digs here, lead, this is all lead. And I said to you, I'm going to show you how big the bits of lead were coming up, how big they were. They're blimmin' tiny, you know. There's 50 odd digs there, and there's, I don't know how many buttons. We thought this come off the cigarette end. Wasn't too sure about this, but one of the interesting things that I was reading up about regarding cigarettes is they're 83 pence each. Christ, you buy 200 for 83 pence when I was a kid, at least. But yeah, it's silver, and we think here this is a part of it. That come out in the middle of it, this thing. We got a Lizzie here. That's that side, and that's that side of it, the Lizzie. See the shield on there? And then we had an Eddie. We don't know which Eddie it is, but it's definitely an Eddie, and it's a long cross. And we're thinking this last one we found is probably the same as that. We think it could be an Eddie Penny, but that's about it. But yeah, we've had loads and loads and loads of digging. I hope you enjoyed it all. There must be 100 odd things there, and that's without the ring pulls and all the other bits of tin and stuff like that. But yeah, we had a good old dig. And anyway, we'll see you all at the next dig or clip or whatever. And as I said, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all.